Hey everybody, this is Christine with Coco Daisy, and I'm excited to share some fun stamp ideas for the new year. Can you believe we are talking about 2026? That is insane to me, but yes, here we are. So I have a couple of stamp sets. We have the set from the scrapbooking kit. We have our fun little stamp set from the deluxe journaling kit, and our 4x6 stamp subscription stamp set. And I love this stamp set. We've never done anything like this, and so I'm really excited about it because it's all about the new year and celebrating that and starting fresh. And I think that this is not a set that is just for January. I feel like there's a lot in here if you're doing any sort of journaling and tracking of goals or resolutions. I think there's a lot of fun ways that you can continue to use this stamp set through the whole year. And there's so many fun ways to layer this one as well. So let's dig in and start. And we're going to start with the scrapbooking kit set. And let me go over the colors that I use. These are all Stamp Market. I did the powder blue, the waterfall. There's a little bit of blush pink. Possibly, I may not even have ended up using that. There's the navy, and then, of course, my favorite, VersaFine in the black. The majority of everything I did is just in the range of blues, and I think it looks really, really pretty. The other thing that I've been having a lot of fun with is these alcohol markers from Ohuhu, I think is the name. These are great. I love these. So you're going to see where I used these a little bit. What I really like about the alcohol markers is that if you have a larger space that you fill in with a marker and you lay the line over top of it, it doesn't show that line, if that makes sense. So as you color these, and actually I can just do a little sample on here. So that line kind of disappears. It all just becomes one great color. You can let that dry, and then you can go back if you want to do shading. If you go back later and then add another layer, you can get the shading, which is really, really fun. And these come with a brush tip and a fine tip. I just got them off of Amazon. You can get different size sets. So you get a lot of different colors just depending on the size set you get. And so let's see if it's dried enough. But then you can go back and you can do this shading, and they're just beautiful. I love, love, love the way that they work. And the one thing I noticed, so if you stamp in black first, like with the VersaFine, this is a pigment ink, so you should be able to use the alcohol markers with it without bleeding. What I found works a little better though, even though it's a pigment ink, is to let it dry for a little while before you go in and use the alcohol markers. That way you don't get the bleed like that. All right, so let's take a look at what we have here. So we have some fun sayings. We have this pretty little kind of almost folksy moth, and then a couple of snowflakes and a pretty little like leaf sprig there. And what I did is, again, layering. So, and I talked about this a little bit last month. I want to talk about it again this month. And that is, when you layer, look for those areas where you can tuck other things. So for instance, the quiet moments. I think that's such a pretty saying. We have it on, I think it's a pocket card, and I loved it so much I said I want that as one of the stamps. But if you look at this, it has this area right here that makes it perfect to tuck something into. So you have the little leaf you can tuck in there, the snowflake. I could have done the little moth tucked in there on the side. So there's different ways when you look at these things to where you can kind of, it makes the layering look better. Like it's almost meant to be that way. It's almost meant to work that way. The same thing as the wintertime favorites. That area is perfect for a snowflake. So you can see I did that in a couple different spots on there. And I layered the wintertime favorites with the all things warm and cozy, with the frosty days, toasty nights. I layered, here it is with just the large snowflake, which is really pretty, with the snow much fun, and then a snowflake on the bottom. So again, it's the same thing we talk about every month, is that layering, and that when you mix those fonts and that, I think it becomes so pretty. And these are perfect size. We went a little smaller with some of these. These are the perfect size to add into your journaling, or to add as little headers, or to, I'm going to use it a lot when I do my daily scrapbooking, when I do my photo a day, because those slots work perfect. These sizes are just perfect for that. They're also nice enough, you could stamp them on. In the scrapbooking kit, there's some cute little tags, and they will fit perfectly on there, that you could tuck in on things and add later, and or layer in behind photographs and stuff like that. So I think they're fun to add in with your journaling, kind of mix in the color with the black type, always looks really, really nice. And you can also see here this cute little moth, how I used the markers and colored it in. And this black one especially, I think turned out really, really pretty. So that turned out cute. And then the leaf here is really nice. You can just kind of put that, tuck that in and use it there as well. So that is that one. Now let's move on to our 4x6 kind of celebrate stamp set. This is so fun. I love the out with the old, in with the new, because there are so many ways to use that circle. Y'all know I'm a big fan of circles. And so you could add the celebrate. There's so many of the different words that you can put in there. I love this one. How cute. That would be really cute. Any of these would be cute on a card, with the little glasses. So you do the clink clink there, celebrate, add the little confetti. This one is really pretty with the resolutions, and then the outline of the 2026. I did the hello and the refresh. So there are a ton of different words on here that you can group and layer and switch around and put together. Love that. Like Happy New Year 2026, and then the little bottle and the confetti. You've got the hello 2026 with the circle around it. And then there's the little confetti background, which is really cute. So I've just got the celebrate there with that. The let's do this kind of wrapping around the resolutions. I think that's cute. The happy and the cheers with the 2026. Here we have welcome 2026 with the confetti and the little champagne bottle. Renew, fresh start. You don't have to stack it. You can go a long way. So if you have a larger area that you want to add a title, that looks really cute. That's a bunch of them there together. But I had a lot of fun filling in these outline words with the markers. And you could do an entire background of just the confetti too, would be really cute. You could do an ombre effect with the confetti. I like that idea. You know, you start out dark and go to light, and you create a whole background that you could then put your photograph over. But I wanted to show you, so this was my example that I did for the website, where I took every single one of the stamps and I created this whole kind of collage of all of them. And I love how that turned out. So it's adding them, it's layering them, and that actually becomes almost like art to me. I mean, it really kind of is. So that could be your whole page. You could add a strip of like real small photographs, would be really cute, and then do some journaling over here. Or you could run your journaling this way so that it doesn't look like it's competing with this, and then add your photograph here, or even just a strip of pattern paper here, and then the photograph and the journaling. So there's a bunch of different ways that you could do that, but I love grouping all of those stamps together in a way that it creates this really fun, pretty collage. So that, I love how that turned out. Then if we can combine some of all of them with this little guy, which is a really fun, so this is in the deluxe journaling set, And it's just kind of a neat little header stamp or a date stamp. It's got the date, the days of the week, the little rating there if you want to, and then notes. So it's a great little stamp for that. But I thought if you wanted to add more stamps to it, you certainly could. So you could still add the date, but I did the resolutions, I did goals, and then I did the circle stamp over top of it. Here we have celebrate with the little wine bottle, the clink with the little glasses, cheers, and then the all things warm and cozy with the snowflakes from the scrapbooking set. So there's a lot of ways that you can group this with other stamp sets. It wouldn't necessarily have to be just these. If you have any of our past stamp sets, I am convinced you could find words or sayings that will fit in those areas that you can use to decorate. These are back some of the background stamps we've done, some of the other circle stamps we've done. You could layer these with the roll of pet stickers, circle stickers that we had from June, which are still my favorite. I use them all the time. Those would be cute layered with this as well. But just have fun. Please, please, please take some scrap paper. I tell you guys this every single month, but I do hear from people who are new to stamping and they get a little frustrated because it does take a little bit of practice to understand how much pressure, how much ink to put on. You know, when you've been doing it for, I don't know, 30 some years like I have, it's just second nature. But someone who is just starting, that's all new stuff. And I honestly believe the best way for you to get good and confident at stamping directly onto a project is if you take some scrap papers, get your inks, and just play. I think it's good for your creative soul as well, just to play. And just exercise that muscle if you haven't in a while. Play with layering, play with colors. Get some markers or some colored pencils out and play that way as well. It's also really, really fun to do with kids. If you're playing with it and they see you wanting to do it, give them some stamps and maybe some extra inks you don't mind them getting a little inky with, and let them play as well. But I think if you're starting out and you want to get more confident, that's a great way is to just practice on some scrap paper. The other thing you can do is if you're afraid of stamping directly onto your project, in the scrapbooking kit, we have some beautiful plain white paper. It's a great thickness. And it's smooth, so there's no texture on it at all. It's great for stamping. You can stamp on that, cut it out, and add it to your project. That way you don't, if you mess up, that's fine. It's no big deal. You just try again, but you're not doing it directly on your project, and you can add it at more like almost like a die cut. So that's an option as well. So, but as always, play, have fun, and hey, hit like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Love when you do that. Let me know what you're excited about for the new year. Let me know. I would love to know what your plans are with this stamp set. I would love to know are you going to make some cards? Are you going to use it in your journaling? Just leave me a note. I'd love to know what you're going to do. Share your love with Cocoa Daisy, and I will see you. Well, I'll talk to you next month.